We begin tonight with that lawsuit filed against Baptist Health. Attorneys say justice is long overdue.
They had to have known that this was going to happen to boys like BoJ.
Lawsuit filed today in a decades-old abuse case claiming there had to have been some knowledge of appropriate relationships between a staff member and his young patients.
KARK first covered the charges filed against Robin Hageman in the 1990s, pleading guilty to sexually abusing two male patients while working as an administrator of Baptist Health and Rehabilitation Center.
Tonight we continue that coverage, another victim sharing his story 30 years later.
Jessica Rank joins us live from the Pulaski County Courthouse tonight. Jessica, what's the latest?
Yeah, Bob and Laura, well, this is a copy of the lawsuit filed today, and in it, attorneys say are documents that prove all of this could have been prevented years before the alleged abuse.
The first male adult in his entire life who he learned to trust, who he believed cared about him. And then that guy did this to him.
A testimony from behind bars.
Yes, hi, this is attorney Josh Gillespie. I'm calling to speak with my client, BoJ Lewis.
Today, the alleged victim recounting the first time he met Robin Hageman.
I went to Baptist Rehabilitation Institute between 1991 and 92.
Lewis says he was about 15 years old. Hageman, an administrator at the time, assigned to help the teenager with drug and alcohol abuse.
He soothed me and made me feel like everything was okay.
Lewis says the two became close.
He took me under his wing like a father figure.
Soon buying the teenager clothes, taking him out to lunch and walks off campus.
I didn't really realize that I was ever in an inappropriate situation until I actually stayed at his house.
That was in 1992, and when Lewis claims Hageman sexually abused him. 2 years later, two other patients came forward making the same allegations, which ultimately resulted in Hageman's arrest.
This was a guy that had been preying on young teenage boys.
Josh Gillespie, the head attorney on the case, says he has documents proving former Baptist CEO Russell Harrington was aware of Hageman's actions in the late 80s.
He received numerous warnings from physicians, mental health professionals, nurses, staff.
This is a letter from April 1987 addressed to Harrington. It states hospital staff claim Hageman provided his personal phone number to patients, spent an inappropriate amount of time with patients, and even took some of them to his home to live.
At that point, I mean, they pretty much knew.
Another letter dated March of '89 claims an unnamed patient felt uncomfortable with Hageman touching him. All these concerns voiced well before Lewis entered the rehab facility.
He sexually abused him, but he also prevented him from getting the benefit of the mental health treatment he was there to receive in the first place.
Gillespie says Lewis's treatment was sabotaged from the beginning, leading him down a continued path of abuse.
I didn't realize how bad this man had affected me.
Their hope is justice can be served 30 years later. Now, it is important to note that Hageman has since died. We did reach out to Baptist Health for comment, but they denied to comment on this pending litigation. Live outside of the Pulaski County Courthouse, I'm Jessica Rank for KARK 4 News.